Hello, this is Kim from Kenny Lou Crochet. Sorry about this, but I cannot find my mask anywhere, and I have a dog on me. So I thought that I would do this now. I actually have a video done, recorded, that I wanted to post today, but I couldn't. It ended up, well, I got an order delivered that I put in on Monday. I got that delivered yesterday from Nitpicks, and it was the first time I ordered from there, and I couldn't wait to open it. So I recorded that yesterday, but I didn't realize that I hadn't, wow, I'm not even in this picture. Wow, that sun is crazy. The joys of, yeah, okay. We're going to try this. I didn't realize that I hadn't been emptying my trash on my phone, so that ended up being the issue and why it stopped recording like 3 or 4 times. So until I can figure out how to join them into one, I can't post that. And it's a shame because there's some gorgeous yarn there. The sale that I bought from is done, so that's not an issue. But yeah, so there's that. What's going on? Oh, I wanted to show you what I've gotten done. Okay, so I got 2 of these panels done. These are the front panels of these fabric box things that I'm making. I showed them yesterday. I now know some things I would have done different if I had thought about that. There's one. You saw my nose. There's 2. Yeah, if I had thought about it, I would have started the double rows a couple down to match this, just to make it a little bit sturdier, and to, yeah. And then I could have gotten the bigger hole, because how I did that is I did singles up here after the chain. Well, the rest of it's doubles, and then I did decreases every row to make up for that. And that worked. That gave me a hole, if that made sense. So yeah, I'm going to explain that again. This is 37 stitches across, and I did my doubles, and then I did a chain of 9, which is how many are here, plus 8. Okay, so I did 9 plus 8, which is 17. I did a chain of 17, and then did my 12. Came back, did my 12, did a single row decrease, I'm sorry, a single chain decrease over 2, and then I did, what was it, not, like 15 singles, and then a single row decrease over 2, and then I came in, did a decrease over 2, and then did whatever that was, until I got to just 9. And then I did the double on top of that. So if I would have thought about this, I probably would have started a couple rows under, not 4, probably 2 though, at least 2. And I just would have done, how would I have done that? I probably would have had to increase by 4 and do singles, and then decrease again as it went up. Or I would have had to increase by 8 and then decrease. I don't know. I would have had to do something like that, but all in singles. That's what I would have done. I would have done, if I did 4 rows of singles like on top, I would have done 2 rows of singles, which is the 9, but increase by 2, 1 at the front, 1 at the back, for 2 rows, and then I would have done 2 rows of 9 plus the decreases to make up for that. And if I did that single, then that makes that hole bigger because everything else is double. Yeah, that was a really weird way of explaining that, but I've never done that before, and I had to figure out how to do it. And if I would have done it, if I were to do it again, that's what I would do differently, just to make the hole a little bit bigger and to match it on the bottom and the top. So I got those done, and then I don't have enough yarn left. This is the yarn I have left of that Premier Home. So, I mean, it's a decent amount, but it is certainly not enough for another panel. And I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more panels. Yeah. So I have a bunch of this yellow, which I don't know if it matches. Hopefully it does. I figured yellow and there's greens and browns would match. My kids aren't here. They're usually tell me if I got my colors right. Let me try and get away from... I just found my mask. I'm going to pause this to get this stupid shirt off my face. Oh my goodness, that's so much better. Okay. So, yeah, hopefully this matches. Usually my kids help me with my color matching. And then if, like, I got this is cotton yarn as well. I got this from Mary Maxim. They do the 1 pound, bags of unbanded cotton for $10, but you don't get to pick, sorry, I keep going over here. You don't get to pick what color it is. They give you what they have. It's mill ends is what it is. And so I've got a couple of these, but I got this in yellow. So hopefully that 1 pound's enough. If not, hopefully it'll be enough to do the sides. And I'm sure I've got either a dark brown or like a light brown that I can do for the bottom. I would probably do dark brown for the bottom, honestly, because that's where you're going to get stains the most. If you get stains. Like I can't see, so I knock things, and I spill things all the time. So I worry about stains. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. And then I just watched Urban Yarns. I don't know. I have a really hard time with people's names. I have a hard enough time remembering their channels, let alone their actual legal names. So Gary's his name, from Urban Yarns. I just watched his video a couple minutes ago, and he's doing a spring make-along where he says, you pick a song, pick a song lyric that inspires you from that song, make a mood board of colors from that, and then make a garment. Well, I had an idea that I would love to do. I don't know how practical it is. I don't know if I have the ability. I don't know if I would be able to get it done in time, because I think his deadline is mid-June. And I forget the hashtag, I'm sorry. It's like hashtag make along spring 2025, something like that. I'm going to put that in the description. I might have to watch this video again to see what that was. But this is my idea, and before I tell you that, I have to tell you a little bit more about myself and my taste in music. I am an odd 41-year-old mother. My favorite kind of music, and basically all I listen to, is rap. And I mainly listen to lyrical rap, and for those of you in the crochet community who happen to not know what lyrical rap is, why, who wouldn't? Surprise, if you don't know. Yeah, that was weird, sorry. So for those of you in the yarn and crochet world who do not know about lyrical rap, it is what it says. It's rap where the lyrics are the main focus. Obviously, there's still a beat, and that's still important because it's got a bump, and it's got to sound good. But the main focus is the lyrics. It's what is your rhyme scheme, multi-syllables rhyming, it's putting in alliteration, the V sounds sound really good in songs. It's metaphors and similes, and having one line mean 4 different things. It's the kind of music where you have to go back and listen to it again because, wait a minute, they said something back there 3 lines ago or 8 verses ago. Not verses, I'm saying like bars. A bar is like 2 lines. That connects with what they're saying now. What was that? And did I just miss something? And it really makes me think. It's like a puzzle for me. And I really enjoy it. Being a white woman from Michigan, of course, my favorite rapper is Eminem. He is also amazingly lyrical. And his newer stuff just is on another level. It's just like, wait a minute, how did you think that? How did you put that together? How in the world? One of his lines is something about he's talking about kids going to a high school dance, and they're wrong if if it's the night before their high school dance, and they're wrong if they think they're promised tomorrow. And that hits two ways. They're wrong if they think that their future is promised tomorrow, but literally, they're wrong if they think their prom is tomorrow. It's really cool. Anyway, that's just one line that just came to me. So all that to say, I was trying to think of music that I listen to that would relate kind of to a spring theme. And how do you find spring theme in rap? Well, you can go to the renewal route or growth or literal time frame. Like if it was summer, I could do Summertime by Will Smith. Titan, you can stay still. Say hi. Say hi. He doesn't want to say hi. He wants to sleep and be comfy on his mother. So, but this is spring. And it came to my mind, there's a song called Caterpillar by Eminem and Royce da 5'9". And Royce da 5'9" is a good friend of Eminem. Beyond that, on his own, he is an amazing lyrical rapper, also from Detroit. I try to keep up with the Detroit rappers especially. And they have a song together. They have a lot of songs together, but they have one song together called Caterpillar. And basically what it's about is respecting those that came before you and what they've done to get you where you are now. They're the caterpillars, the new rappers are the butterflies. So I thought that would go good with the spring theme, and also it's a good song. So I had to find my lyric in there. There's one that's like, if you want to go around being a butterfly, that's fine, but you better respect the MF and caterpillars, things like that. And I had an idea. This is way beyond my skill level right now, but I could figure it out. It might take me longer than that. But my thought was I wanted to do a top-down sweater, a top-down pullover. And I wanted to go from dark colors and build to the bottom into brighter, more vibrant colors. But I wanted to go like color, 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 color. Not rainbow, something else. I have to see. But then, as you're going down, you're getting into more vibrant colors, but also you're going from simple stitches to more and more and more complicated stitches to the very bottom. Now, in order for me to do this, first, I have to learn how to make a pullover. That's kind of important. And then I would have to design it. So that would be something that I would have to figure out what stitches go together, what multiples go together. I would have to do it myself so I'd know stitch counts because I would make this for myself, to go across, to know when to do what colors and what color changes, and what stitches to do. I don't know if I said it, but it's very important. The multiples of those stitches and if they fit together. So that was my thought. It would be a very, very, very complicated pullover. And I might even, to make the kind of blocks of colors more, I might even do different ones on the front than on the back. Definitely not rainbow for this one. And I would really have to look to find the right colors. I think that might be a stash busting one. Or not stash, scrap busters. I would have to look and see what scraps I have first. And that, I'm going to make it eventually. And I'm going to call it Caterpillar. But is it going to be done by mid-June? Realistically, probably not, since I don't know how to do a pullover. Just the idea in my head. So that's what's going on. I guess I'm going to end that there. I've talked enough about that. But yeah, it just got my brain kind of flowing. And that fits it a lot of things for me. I like to do projects where I learn a bunch. I learn how to do things that I haven't done before. I like to work with colors. I can't see them, but I like to. I like to, my kids kind of get in there and help too. Ooh, I could do something where it would be like yellow. Oh no, that's rainbow. Never mind. I know how to do that. But also it just is interesting for me. And I like to show love to rappers out there. You know, your skills are not unappreciated. And yeah, there's people out there you wouldn't even know who just listen, just to listen. And it's really one of my things that I do a lot as I crochet is I listen to rap because it gives my mind time to think and process what I just heard. And that's something that I really like music because I don't need the visuals behind it. I'm not missing anything like I am with other things. It's one reason that I listen to books on tape or I listen to podcasts, especially podcast books. They're series, but they're usually fiction. It's like old school radio broadcasts. It has different audio effects. It could be thunder, whatever it is. But with headphones on especially, it puts you in that scene. You might have crickets in the background or some thunder sometimes. And I really like it because as much as I like TV shows, even with audio description, it's missing something. I'm missing something because it wasn't made to be viewed like that. It wasn't made to be viewed without the visuals or with limited visuals. I do still have visuals. I'm not by any means 100% blind. I am legally blind, but I am not even close to fully blind. So I do get some visuals. But those audio series that I was talking about, like on Spotify, one present I give to my family is me and my kids and their significant others and whoever. We do a family Spotify subscription every year, and I do that for Christmas. Anyway, but one reason that I like those is because I'm enjoying that in the way it was meant to be enjoyed. I'm not missing anything by not being able to see any visuals. It's made to be enjoyed with your ears. So I'm getting everything. I'm getting everything that they were intending to convey, everything that they spent their time developing. I'm getting the full experience. And so yeah, just an explanation of why I like audio series. Anyway, my mind goes boo, 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 boo. We're going to talk about this and oh, squirrel, So, my videos have been getting longer. Sorry about that. So I think that's going to be it. I've talked enough. Still going to try and figure out how in the world to put multiple videos together. I didn't do much of a search. I'm kind of halfway waiting for my oldest to come home tomorrow, maybe do it for me. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll try. So I'm going to let that be it for right now. Again, my name's Kim from Kenny Lou Crochet. Thanks for sticking with me this long. If you liked it, if you're doing that, are you doing that make along? And if you were, do you have a song or a lyric that you would pick? Do these guys go together? I'm assuming they would, but is my lighting okay? So anyway, if you like this, consider subscribing, consider commenting, consider liking this video. If you didn't, why are you still here? Thank you.